Woohoo! Good morning. I don't think I've ever done a good morning like that, but I'm ready for Casual Friday, and I'm so happy you all are ready for Casual Friday. Let's get some of the basics out of the way. Of course, you are on PVRN. I'm your host, Brent Lane. It is 10 o'clock on the dot, Puerto Vallarta time. What an amazing, busy week. And because it's such an amazing, busy week and it's such an amazing, busy weekend, this might be a little bit of a longer show. I know I've mentioned that before, but today might be a little bit longer. But let's do the important stuff. Let's get the good mornings out there. Oh, there's Matt first off. Good morning, Matt. Hey, Sly, always here, always early, loving it. Good morning. Good morning, Laura. I see you. Good morning, Renee from Reno. I think whenever you're here, I'm just always going to call you Renee from Reno. I love that. But good morning, Renee. Love to see you here, always. Hey, Lilia, what up? Hey, say hi to Matt. Chandra, I see you. Hey, Pat with 2 T's, I see you. Buenos dias to you as well. And we'll keep going as the people join. There's John, our very own Croc Cam guy. Good morning, John of the Croc Cam. Look at that, on command. I love it. I know I'm coming out hot. I know I'm coming out fast because there's a lot of stuff to cover. Hey, look who's back. Kirsten. Welcome back. She's been traveling. She's been out there in the world, going through, I don't know if she's going through the Wild West, but she was out there. So let's give her a little music this morning. Traveling across the plains. Loving it. All right. Good morning, Chris. I see you with the Anderson Report. That music's not going to stop. I see you. Good morning, Lori. How are you? Wow, we have got a full crowd today. Good morning, Mark. How you doing from New York City? All right. Wow. Full show today. I love it. I love the community we've built here. It was the East Coast, but it was good sound. I liked it. I wasn't ready with an East Coast sound. So like I said, a lot going on. It's going to be a little bit of a longer show today. I hope you can hang in there with me today. First of all, let's do what we do. Let's take a look outside and look at the amazing views outside. There they are. There's a live look at Puerto Vallarta this morning. Barely a cloud in the sky, a little bit of overcast, but it looks like it's going to be a beautiful and hot weekend. If you're here in Puerto Vallarta, if you've got property here, they're saying this is the week coming up that we might begin to see some rain. We've had a little bit here and there, but now they're saying rain might be on the way. And I know that on Casual Friday, we don't really cover news. That's the rest of the week. So if you're new to the show, you've never been here before, Casual Friday is a bit different. Yeah, good afternoon, Lori, to you. Casual Friday is where we don't cover a lot of news, but if you are new, please hit the subscribe bell at the bottom. That means you will never miss an episode. If you accept all notifications, you'll be notified, and no excuses not to know the news. But today's not news day, as we said. I want to give you a quick bit of news, though. There is a jellyfish warning today. Take a look online if you haven't seen it. If you see a yellow flag, that means jellyfish. I think Playa Flamingos. I'm not even familiar with that beach. Maybe Kirsten or Chris or somebody out there is, but that's the beach being identified right now as the yellow flag jellyfish warning. So be careful if you're jumping in the ocean this weekend. It's a little chilly in there still, but not too bad. Also, last night it was announced, and I was there, so it's kind of breaking news, that Robbie Williams is announced as the next artist added to the Vedanta World Concert Series. Now, he's not the next show, but he's been added to that list that right now includes Maroon 5, a few other artists I just don't recall right off my head. But speaking of Vedanta World, that's right, we were there last night. Check this out. Yes. So thank you so much to CPS News and staff and Fernando Bojorquez for giving some tickets to Laura and I to go out and check out Mr. Michael Bublé last night. I got a couple shots of the show, but I was mostly just paying attention. It was sold out. There was a ton of people there. I had a really good time with it. I know some people were like, wow, the chairs don't look super comfortable, or let me give you a bigger bigger view of that. There you go. Yeah, they're folding chairs and they have a little bit of cushion to them. But what I will say is, like, maybe it's just a matter of perspective because Laura and I, we lived in Austin. We go to ACL every year, which is a 3-day outdoor concert. And, we would be standing the entire time for 3 days pretty much and walking around. So I don't think it was too bad. I personally liked it, but I know there's a lot of comments on my photos that people didn't like the folding chair situation. Hey, good morning, Karen. I see you. Can't sneak in on me. Welcome to the show. Also, let's see. There was a couple behind us that were not happy that the show didn't start on time. But I think, again, this is the Mexico thing. They seemed unhappy that the show started an hour and 5 minutes late. But if you're from Mexico or you're familiar with Latin America, that's just the way it is. It wasn't a very long show, about an hour and a half. And Michael was out. He was dying of heat the entire time. But he really interacted with the crowd. And I was really shocked at the amount of Spanish he knew. It wasn't like he practiced a couple phrases. He was interacting with the crowd. He even grabbed somebody's cell phone and walked around stage with it, doing a selfie. But yeah, that was last night. An hour late is a lot, but I think that's kind of the norm. So again, the big news last night, not only the concert was great, but Robbie Williams, I don't know any music he sings. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. Maybe Chris Anderson needs to chime in, but Robbie Anderson is on cap for that. Also, not news related, but kind of fun. The Michelin awards have been announced, and Puerto Vallarta didn't get any stars, so don't be confused by that. But they did get a couple recommendations. Pancho's Tacos was one, and who was the second one? I didn't make a note of that. I know Chris will find that before I will. But the big news is for Jalisco as a whole, and specifically Guadalajara, they got EQ. I see. Thank you, Laura. Woo, fast. So there were 2 awards in Guadalajara that actually received Michelin stars, not just recommendations, and nothing wrong with a recommendation at all. Wow, I'm getting some good info. Thank you. Wife is from Argentina. Robbie Williams. I think he's British. I don't know. We move on. All right. Let's talk about food. So Zokol, Xokol, hope I'm pronouncing that right, and Alcaldel, Alcaldel restaurants both received actual Michelin stars. Pablo Lemus was there, the governor of Jalisco, and it's a big deal. So if you're getting out to Guadalajara, or if you've ever been to one of these restaurants, let's hear about it. Let's hear about it in the comments. I would love to hear your experience. And of course, today we're also going to have, of course, the Croc Cam. John's so nice to take those photos every week, even in the blazing heat. All right, this is where I catch a breath really quick. I think I'm doing pretty good at catching us up. So what do I hear in the distance? Do you hear it? Do you hear it?
Coffee time.
There it is.
On PVRN. Hey, clink those cups. Let's wake again. Sip the truth with a little grin. Coffee time. Let the news roll in. Steam's up, sun's out.
All right. That's all the dancing you should have from me at 10:08 in the morning in Puerto Vallarta. All right, let's jump into it. It's not news, it's fun because it's Casual Friday, unfiltered, unedited. Let's go. First up, I've been talking about it. I've also, because these images are kind of small, I posted this on my personal Facebook webpage. A lot of you know that page and follow it and got to see my live concert updates last night. But of course, this is the weekend. We have the Festival de Viento, which is the Wind Festival. Festival del Viento. Let's make sure we get that right. So again, if you haven't been paying attention to the show or you haven't been on, it's the 2026 version. It's recognized as the largest kite surfing event in all of Latin America, and it's returning to Nuevo Nayarit this weekend from today, the 22nd, till the 24th. It's a 3-day competition. It's international. We've got kiteboarders from all over the world out there. High energy, beach party, music, free admission to the public, super adrenaline filled fun. We're going to be there personally on Sunday, but let me show you some of the schedule that just came out. So what I'm going to do, I'll pop this up on a bigger screen for you guys. Let's see. Let's jump over here. Whoa, that's not the one. Spoiler alert, spoiler alert. Okay, here we go. Boom, there we go. All right. So this is the festival. Again, these images are also on my personal Facebook page in full big quality. I know you can probably not see these, but this is the breakdown daily of the events. I will say on Sunday, it's the finals for a lot of the events. You've got the very first ever freestyle event in Puerto Vallarta. So that's going to be super fun. And I think the finals for the freestyle event are actually on Sunday. So that's going to be a good day to be there. So check it out. If you're there on Sunday, stop, say hi, tell me about PVRN, what you love, what you don't love, all of the above. I see you, Alfred. You're not going to sneak in and not get a good morning. I see you. Boom. Good morning to you. And thank you for the interaction. And I look forward to seeing Matt and Lilia there. I see that message right there. All right. Next up. All right, so this one, Alfred, remind me what your first name is. And it's Alfred. Gosh, you're on all the time. I feel bad for not remembering that, but there's a lot of people that come and go. So thanks for playing along. Albert, that's right. I'll stop calling you Alfred someday. I do promise, but no guarantees. All right, next up. This is an interesting story. So this one has a bit of Alfred and Alberto. Okay, good. This has a bit of a personal piece because the studios aren't far from here. But this was shared to me by one of the owners over in Nema Bay condominiums. Let me show you what we got here. So I'm calling this story, it's a whale of a tale. So sculptor Octavio Gonzalez Gutierrez has spent decades shaping the visual identity of Puerto Vallarta. Now, you know his work, and I'll tell you in a minute because he's the one that created the whales that you see when you come down and you're passing the marina and you go by as you're leaving the airport and it's on your right, the big whale statues. So that's the artist that's done that. And he has other work in town as well. So he's really shaped the identity of Puerto Vallarta. And his newest work is going to be a 9-foot illuminated stainless steel whale, and it's going to mark another defining moment in the city's evolving relationship with this very public and very important artist to our area. It's going to be installed this time, and these are some of the behind the scenes shots that were sent to me that have really never been seen by anybody. Let me get you a bigger shot of that. So this is the whale being created. So these were sent to me by that owner, and so this is really going to be this is going to be installed at the entrance to Nema Bay condominiums in Marina Vallarta. The piece is going to blend the marine symbolism with contemporary craftsmanship, and its perforated steel skin is going to be glowing from within. Very cool. It's going to be lit as if lit by the ocean itself. Here's a little bit of AI created marketing that was sent to me. So Gonzalez Gutierrez drew inspiration from the whales that migrate through Banderas Bay, of course, each year, and created a sculpture that reflects movement, return, and the enduring presence of the sea and Vallarta's cultural heartbeat in a city where art is woven into the landscape. Oh, from the Malecón to Marina Vallarta, this installation is going to add a modern, luminous signature to the region's creative story. Okay, but this whale, so let me switch to a different camera so I can talk to you about it a little bit. So what I'm going to say is this whale's significance reaches a bit beyond just a single residential community, or I wouldn't cover it. The show isn't about Nema Bay. Its placement at a major Marina Vallarta getaway makes it a shared landmark and a symbol of belonging for residents, visitors, and the broader Bay community who see themselves reflected in its themes of arrival, homecoming, and connection to the water. As Puerto Vallarta continues to grow, installations like this reinforce a collective identity rooted in nature, creativity, and shared spaces, and the whales have become more than a sculpture. It's become a reminder that the bay itself unites everyone who calls this place home, whether for a season or for a lifetime. All right, so this was shared with me, this flyer. So Nema Bay Condominiums is going to be unveiling this new sculpture, and that's really for residents and guests there, but you can probably see it from the street if you're walking by as well. Just kind of look up towards the front entrance, and it's going to be unveiled tomorrow night, Sunday evening at 8 p.m. Open to residents and guests of Nema Bay if you've got a friend in there, and they're going to have the unveiling. So thank you so much to the resident there at Nema Bay who shared that with me. I know it's kind of hard to see that, but again, it's going to be an interesting situation. So looking forward to that. And if you joined the show today to hear about that, thanks for joining in. All right, getting on to it and moving on. All right, this one is one I've talked about a bit. Oh, Matt, you might know someone. Oh, wow, you went swimming. Oh, nice job, Albert. You went swimming with the dolphins yesterday. That is pretty incredible. I hope that was an amazing experience. All right, so this is one I talked about a bit. I'm going to drink a bit of coffee before this one because this is a little bit of a longer story. So let's do this thing. Boom. Cheers to me. Cheers to you. All right. So this is the, I talked a bit about it. This is the chocolate adventure, chocolate experience that Laura and I got to do at Puerto Magico, at Cacoa Magico, which is located inside there. And they were nice enough, a big shout out to the team at Cacoa Magico for inviting Laura and I to come and experience it. So in all transparency, we did get a free, chocolate experience. It was an hour long. It was really, really cool. And so a huge thanks to them. And of course, I want to talk about it on the show as well. But if you don't know about Cacoa Magico, it's a charming artisanal shop that blends rich Mexican tradition with exquisite Belgian chocolate making techniques. And you want to see some of those techniques? Let me show you this. So here we go. Boom. All right. So here we are arriving, and there's Diego holding the cacao. He was amazing. I know the pictures are going pretty fast, but they're going to go a couple times, I promise. So really, we stepped through the doors and we were instantly greeted by just the intoxicating aroma of gourmet handcrafted chocolate. This place smells amazing. And they have everything ranging from rich dark bars with sea salt to unique regional trays, stuff with spicy mango, alcohol, if that's the kind of chocolate you like, fruit flavors, and they were all dipped in about 70% cacao, and they have different types. And really, it's more than just, a retail store. They're really a passionate gateway to the cultural roots of the cacao, offering beautiful design and welcoming environment where families, foodies, and curious travelers can discover how a humble bean, yeah, I see you out there, humble bean, can be transformed into world-class confectionery. I love that. So the true magic of the shop for us really came alive during its interactive chocolate making experience, which, as you can see, Laura and I attended last weekend, and it was expertly led right there on time by Diego. And the workshop just became like, not only does a hands-on journey through the time and history of chocolate, we got like the cacao's, like when it was discovered, there was a video, the cultural significance in Mexico, and Diego, just such a professional, such an amazing chocolate chef, kind of like Laura right there. Went through the mastering of how it's melted, the precise science of cooling it and tempering it. And, when you mention science, Laura is all in as a scientist. But his engaging teaching style really just ensured that we had fun, and we poured our own chocolate on the table. We customized our own chocolate bars, and we left not only with like a bunch of tasty souvenirs, because we took those chocolate bars right there home, but we also bought a bunch of the candy on the way out, and they give you a nice discount. If you go to the chocolate experience, you get like, I think 15% anything you buy and go home. And honestly, I really highly recommend it. And so if for some reason you don't do the experience, you can still get a bit of a discount, because I was working with them directly, and the owner said, listen, for your viewers and your viewers only, I'm going to give you a discount code. And if you use this code, you're going to get, I can't believe it's 10 or 15% off. So if you go to their online store and you put in the code PVRN PVRN Cacao, you're going to get that discount. So write that down, check that out. PVRN Cacao, all one word, uppercase, lowercase. Matter of fact, I'll put that down in the chat if you want it. Here you go. Get yourself a discount. There it is. And everybody's great. I see you out there, Jordan, craving that chocolate. I know. It was really amazing. It was so good. We had a great time. I was trying to see if I had a sound for you salivating over the chocolate, but I do not. All right. Moving on as well. So this one's a little one from the Anderson report. So he sent in, wait a minute. It'll throw me off there. There we go. Let's get the dome up. Not the croc. Too soon for the croc. So these structures, have you seen these on the Malecón yet? So these have been going up on the Malecón, and you might be wondering, what are these? Well, let me tell you. So Puerto Vallarta is already gearing up for the 2026 World Cup with two major public viewing zones, one along the Malecón and another in front of the city's main sports unit, where locals and visitors will be able to watch live match broadcasts, enjoy concerts, music, and sample regional cuisine. Jalisco's Secretary of Tourism confirmed that these spaces are being prepared specifically for non-host cities like us, noting that while some people call them fan fests, the official designation is public viewing for destinations that are not World Cup venues. The goal is to create festive, family-friendly gathering points that capture the energy of the tournament while showcasing Puerto Vallarta's culture and culinary identity. Officials say the city is finalizing logistics and infrastructure to ensure these viewing zones become vibrant hubs of celebration throughout the world. You hear a bit of that government speak there. Additional concerts and entertainment are expected to be announced soon, pending confirmation from the state government. So it looks like we'll be able to go to these zones, see the games. I think kids are going to be out of school. Nobody's going to be working. Everybody's going to be focused in on it, especially, especially when Mexico is playing. This is going to be a super exciting thing. Is anybody going is the question. Does anybody get some of those 200 or 300 peso tickets in Monterrey or in Guadalajara? While you're there, you can go to a Michelin star restaurant. How cool. All right, we're on the home stretch, y'all. We're almost done. I think it's time for one more coffee with you guys. You guys want to do it with me? Let's do it. And
Coffee time on PVRN. Hey, clink those cups. Let's wake again. Sip the truth with a little.
all right. So that's pretty much the end of the show. We're coming in just a little over 20 minutes today. I had a feeling that might be the case. Matt's going to take advantage of that. Renee from Reno, thank you so much for your kind words. And again, a lot of this, at least the graphics and the special editions I keep adding to the show would not be possible without my amazing sponsors. I only mention them during the show on Fridays, but you can always see them on the scroll at the bottom and at the credits at the end. But I want to give a big shout out to Puerto Vallarta Aesthetics. Lizzie and team do an amazing job. South of the Burger, still the best burger in all of Vallarta, in my humble opinion. Barrio Vallarta Boutique Studios, right above the burger place. And of course, my friends at Cacoa Magico, thank you so much for an amazing weekend. Thank you. And a big shout out to my Amiga on TV, Asphalt Radio, and they're on every Saturday 11 to 1 with Jesse and Bruce. And if you want to become a sponsor, shoot me an email. We can talk about it. I'll send you a little sponsorship package and find out how you can be featured on the show 5 days a week for almost nothing, almost free. And it just helps the show become better and more amazing. Thank you so much for joining. Before you go, though, there's one more thing. And I know John's sitting out there right now going, wait, you're not done? Because there's the Croc Cam. I almost forgot. There we go. He sent me that amazing beauty right there. Thank you, John, for that. And then a little bit of a wide shot of him just kind of floating in. And all he really wants to say is, hi, can I have a piece of your chocolate, please? And fun fact, did you know crocodiles freaking love marshmallows? Who knew? I learned that in Louisiana. They freaking destroyed them. They love marshmallows. I don't know why, but there you go. All right, that's the end of the show. I'm sorry for almost forgetting the Croc Cam. Love you, John, for sending those in. Have a great one, everybody. It is time for the credits and support my sponsors. See you all Monday or Sunday at the Wind Festival. Come find me.